Dilip was born to the Jata family in 1993. When his mother first held him in her arms, her heart filled with joy. But little did she know that his twinkling eyes had no light. He grew up in a blind school of Jabalpur. Unlike most his age, who chased the rainbows, he passed 16 years of his life in hope. Hope of one ray of light. Until one day, God decided to answer his prayers. Rotarians of Jabalpur sent Dilip to Shroff Charitable Eye Care Hospital, Delhi, thrice to be operated. Luckily, on his final visit, the cornea implantation could be done successfully. Rotarian Dr. Muscati, a world-renowned eye specialist from Mumbai, specially came down to Delhi to operate Dilip as a service to mankind. When Dilip opened his eyes after 3 major surgeries, he said, "मैं जो देख रहा हूँ, क्या सब ऐसा ही दिखता है?" He recovered with 50% sight. Today, he's a cheerful lad with dreams for future.
Dilip and many more like him found their God. They found their Rahat. The Rotary motto, "Service above self," conveys the humanitarian spirit of the organization's more than 1.2 million members. Beautiful country of contrasts, India. There's wealth on one side and poverty on the other. India's economy is galloping around 7% GDP growth, but also 2 million children die before their first birthday due to lack of immunization and medical facilities. Metropolitans boast of world-class living standards, and our tribal villagers suffer a quiet death. Most of them are secluded from basic services like hospitals and dispensaries that we enjoy every day without a sense of gratitude. Impressed by the 12 medical missions held in Africa, Ethiopia, Nigeria, Uganda, Malawi, Lesotho, Swaziland being some of them, held under the leadership of Rotarian Raja Sabu. Rotarians of India felt motivated and decided to start similar medical missions to help the needy in India. That's how Rahat was born, an acronym for Rotary's Active Hands Are Touching. Rahat in Arabic means relief. The purpose of the project was to give wholehearted and free service to the poorest of the poor. Rotarians behind this project probably understood the higher law. It is in giving that we receive. Rahat successfully carried out 4 medical missions, 2 in Orissa and 2 in MP. These camps altered the lives of many underprivileged, especially the tribals of our country. In March 2010, a 7-day camp was organized in Mandla. Thanks to the efforts of many Rotarians and the state government, some of the country's best doctors came together to help. Looking at the misery of our tribals, Rotarians knocked many doors to make Mission Mandla possible. They boldly asked for money and medical supplies to help the poor. When the plan is divine, help comes from everywhere. And Shivraj Ji Chauhan, the Honorable Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, felt convinced of the noble nature of the work and provided maximum help from the state. The medical mission was a great example of public-private partnership.
कुछ ऐसा करके दिखा, खुद खुश हो जाए खुदा। आशाएं मिले दिल की, उम्मीदें हंसे दिल की, अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी
The patient turnout, the voluntary assistance rendered by Rotary and the state government, and the sight of the entire task force working under the banner of Rotary was something which nobody could have imagined. And so, to everyone's surprise, the expected 5,000 patients turned into an incredible 49,396. Waiting for their tears to be wiped away, each one choked at the sight of human suffering. It felt that they were unloved, uncared for, and unwanted by everyone. Rahat had to be given. Rotary districts provided generous funds and resources. Doctors came from far and near. District 3080, under the leadership of Rotarian Raja Sabu, came with 40 doctors and volunteers for this noble cause. Literally, a truckload of medicines were provided for the camp by the government. Besides the committed Rotarians, the workforce was mammoth. 400-strong team of doctors, 550 nurses, 75 trainees and 350 volunteers from 35 NGOs came forward to support the cause. 3,500 dental procedures and 5,708 major surgeries were performed, including reconstructive surgery, orthopedic work and eye operations. Hence, with joint efforts, Rotary Health Mission turned out to be a huge success. Inspired by the success of Rahat 1 at Mandla, a similar medical mission was organized in Chhindwara in March 2011, where almost 78,000 patients turned up. This time, the Rotary's mission was strengthened and supported not only by the Madhya Pradesh government, but also by the local Member of Parliament, Shri Kamal Nath, who used all his influence to mobilize resources. 4,300 surgeries were performed here as well. It was indeed another attempt to address the pain of humankind. And Rahat didn't end with these camps. For 6 months after the camp, patients who could not be cured immediately were listed and sent to various hospitals run by Rotarians. 50 visually impaired children in the batches of 10 every month were brought to Shroff Eye Care Center for treatment. However, the most wonderful thing about these camps was that nobody wanted to take credit for it. They were so humbled by this noble cause that each gave credit to the other. The state was giving credit to Rotary, Rotary to the state. Be it at Mandla or Chhindwara, it felt like a war against suffering. And the real heroes were all those who gave their service contribution with all their humility. Those who gave felt immense joy at the sight of those getting relief. If both the public sector and private sector, in fact, if all of us come together and work as one team, nothing can be impossible. What started with Mandla and Chhindwara can happen in the whole of India and one day in the whole world. Moved by the magnanimity of the work done under Rahat, Mr. Mukesh Ambani through Reliance Foundation and also Mr. Kamal Nath contributed huge amounts to help Rotary set up 4 blood banks in 4 government hospitals in Mandla, Chhindwara, Jabalpur and Narsinghpur to serve the underprivileged and the tribals of the area. The joy in giving is only felt by those who give. This year, the Rotarians are aiming at 6 medical missions across the country under the leadership of Rotary International President Mr. Kalyan Banerjee. The list of human suffering is endless, and the anguish and the cry of the poor do not reach God. The greatest disease is not cancer or tuberculosis, but indifference. So many are waiting for Rahat. When will you extend your hand?
देखो इन्हें ये है ओस की बूंदें, पत्तों की गोद में आसमां से कूदे, अंगड़ाई ले फिर करवट बदल कर, नाजुक से मोती हंस दे फिसल कर, खो न जाए तारे ज़मीं पर